Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I made it here to Aelin, Veren, and let me continue with the adventuring.
Be wary, my friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
Hail, Kippen, your name precedes you among the captains of the Rangers, my friend. When I saw you approach, I knew it could be no other. I am Mandal, and you have come at a peculiar time for me and my company. You see, we ambushed a party of Southrons traveling north through Ethereum, but rather than attacking, they threw down their weapons and knelt before us. Is it not a Southron nature to die in battle? Is it not ours to slay our quarry? I know not what to make of this, but we must decide what is to be done with them soon. Right, so yeah, if you recall, the Rangers captured some of these guys here, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I do not know what to make of this, my friend. To what end have the Southrons surrendered? What drove them to such a decision? I have separated most of them among my men, and they are kept under guard. I sought to speak with them when first we arrived at Aelin Veren, but they remained silent. It seems that neither we nor the Southrons know how to best proceed. Perhaps they would think differently of you, Kippen. I would ask that you speak with them, question their purpose in Ethereum, and see if we cannot discover what led to their surrender. Would you do this for us, my friend? Kippen, a few of the Southrons have complained of thirst. I do not doubt it, but I will not send my rangers from their sides. We still know little of their purpose here, and I dare not offer them the chance to slay us while our numbers are thinned. Still, I would not deny a prisoner such care, even one as hated as the men of J.R.R. To the east of Aelin Veren lies the source of the river beneath a great waterfall. I would ask that you take these water skins and fill them there. When you return, offer them to the prisoners, and let us hope that it's enough to calm them for some time. If we are so fortunate, perhaps they may be more inclined to tell us of the enemy's plots in Ethereum. You approach Dagga Tomb. He remains silent, but his gaze is fixed upon you. You asked him several carefully worded questions about his company's intent and the whereabouts of his kin in North Ethereum. You offer him a moment to respond. Dagga Tomb does not respond to your questions. His face is twisted in a mix of anger and disappointment, and it would seem that the decision to surrender was not his to make. However, he makes no attempt to free himself from his bonds and appears to have come to terms with his captain's choice. Yet before you can turn back to Mandel, you hear the cracking of a nearby twig and the shifting of a stone within the old paths.
The earth has reclaimed the deeds of men and orc, fair or foul.
This does not bode well for the Haradrim, and surely they must know it. If any more of their kin come to their aid here, I fear that we shall be forced to slay them to protect ourselves and our brethren. Were circumstances different, but no. We can ill afford to take chances with men we have long known to be loyal to the enemy. For the moment, we must keep our heads and sight clear. I can sense my men's trust of the Southrons has already begun to splinter. After such a brazen attack, I must confess that I too share some of the apprehension towards the prisoners. If we truly think ourselves the better men, we cannot give in to fear so easily. The prisoners themselves have done nothing to suggest that they harbor the desire to break free, and they have heeded our commands without question. I would ask for your aid in calming my men. They are uneasy, and I do not wish for them to do something ill-considered, even against such an old foe of our people. Speak to them, and I shall do the same. Let me calm everybody down here. Come closer, hobbits, for I do not wish to alarm the rangers with what I must tell you. You see, I neglected to tell our captors of my companion and dear friend, Loku Aki. Sidechot's voice shrinks to a whisper. Loku Aki is a Mumak of 16 years, and I cared for him after his mother was felled by disease in his earliest months. Loku Aki endured and grew mighty, weathering illness and battles alike, and he was to be brought into the war at long last. It was an honor to see him bear such a brilliant armoring of my people, but those who rode him into battle did not make it far into these lands. Their company was ambushed at Cirith Nigan, and they were slain to the last, save for Loku Aki. He cast off his armoring, wild in anger and confusion, and trampled all beneath him as he fled into the mountain pass. I believe he lives still, Warden, but there remains no way for him to escape the lands of the Rangers alive. Not without aid. The Rangers will not trust our bond, and they will slay him unless he truly departs from here. There's a pale root that grows among the foothills of the Black Mountains, and it is known to my people as marrow root. When cracked, it gives off a strong and sweet odor to which the Mumakil are drawn. I have seen it among the ruins here and in the foothills to the east. He fled far to the southwest of Kirith Negin, but I know no more of his flight. Once I have gathered the roots and discovered his whereabouts, crack the roots on moss-laden stones and lead him into the marshlands far to the northwest. I know not if he shall be left in peace there, but anywhere is safer for a Mumak than the land of the Rangers. One massive problem. Very interesting. I'm intrigued by this quest chain. It seems fun to be able to help a Mumakil safely escape and hopefully live a life of peace after being trained for war. Okay, so where am I going? Still trying to calm down some of the Rangers. There are quest rings all around here, but I don't see anyone. Come out here. These little things are really making it difficult to find specific things that I need to interact with. They're scattered all over. And whenever I'm spamming my delete key, they're basically everywhere. That horsetail, for example. See, I'm right on a quest ring and there's nothing here. Some marrow root. Need to get 10 of these. And again, I'm so compulsive about getting these little things here. Oxlip. I need to stop collecting these or else I'll never get anywhere with these episodes. Let me focus on the marrow roots. Maybe a little to the south. Southern's Crown. I don't think I've picked up one of those before. Alright. So it looks like more to the south. There's a water source I need to be looking for as well. Is that at the bottom of the waterfall that I need to go for that? I think it is, but I'm kind of scared of jumping down there because there's no easy way back up. So I might avoid that for now. Let me go this way. I think it's actually that waterfall for the water source. Because he did say to the east. Take that marrow root. You have come to the freshest waters of the river. So let me start filling some water skins. Alright, that's all 4. Let me grab this root here. Now, looking at the map, I think all these quest rings are going to be marrow roots. Another one up here I think I saw. 3 more. Maybe 1 this way. Another one up there. Go straight for it. And just 1 more ought to do it. Start heading back towards the... I don't know, what do you call this? A camp? Come on, 1 more route. Don't make me have to run around all over the place. Arrow route, right here. Perfect. Alright, got all those. Now let me start offering water to the captives. Let me talk to the rangers and calm them down. An odd sort, these men. We have heard they never take prisoners, and yet here we are. Thank you, Hobbit. This water soothes my ills. I shall answer your questions, Hobbit. In truth, I know little of our purpose here, only that our war master bade us surrender to these forestmen you call rangers, do you not? A strange name, I think. We had long been stationed in the land of Dagorlad, but traveled southward to reach the Battle of the Fields. Many of our number were slain at Cirith Negin by the rangers, and soon we were few. I learned of Gondor's victory from the rangers, but know little else of the battle. If this is our fate, I wish only to learn more of the great battle, and to return home with my brethren. I would ask to hear more of the battle, but first, you should speak with my brethren of it. They are eager to hear it. Interesting. He wants to hear what happened, but he wants me to tell his friends first. You have my thanks. I have no love for these men, but if bloodshed can be avoided this day, I shall do what I must. I know you wish to understand why I ordered my men to stand down. I ordered our surrender because I know that our people cannot win this war, not for ourselves and not for the Dark Lord. I speak not for the others among my kin, and I do not claim, falsely, the conflict between our peoples has ended. There have been many years of hatred between us, and old wounds are not so easily soothed. We have known the Rangers to be unforgiving of their foes, but we still draw breath, at least for now. I have kept several banners of Far Harrod bundled in my armory. They are born into many battles, yes, but in my homeland they serve another purpose. You see, they are often used to mark areas of strife or of dangerous weather and winds. If you were to plant them along the southern roads of these lands, those that beheld them would be warned to turn back. In return, I will offer what I know of my people's plans in Dagorlad, and of the Dark Lord's designs in the coming days of the war. I cannot promise that all will heed the warning banners, but if the captain of the Rangers wishes to see fewer of my people in his lands, he should consider it. Right, last one to calm here. Very good. So, yeah, no quest ring here. We start going this way. Ah, dang it. That was very uncoordinated of me to fall there. Why even bother, Hobbit? What do you know of the Battle of the Fields of Gondor? You tell Dagotun of the deed great and small in the Pelennor Fields. You speak of the death of Theoden King, the triumph of your allies against the Witch King of Angmar, and the sacrifices of great warriors before the enemy's forces. The ranger spoke of a wraith, garbed in red, who thought himself protected from weapons of war, yet fled the field in fear. How can one who need not fear death be cowed before the armies of Gondor? They cannot be so mighty. If the Dark Lord had such servants in his command, how lowly must we be in his sight? I hunger for battle with the men of Gondor, and yet this ill-fated path for my people. We shall be used to the last, and what glory shall we have when all of us are gone? This battle must be ended, Kippen. It must, if we are to ever return home in peace. I did not expect such treatment from the Rangers. You know of the great battle? Tell me what happened, I beg you. What of the men of Harad? You tell Thychot of the Black Serpent's doom at the hands of Theoden King, and of the 3 Mumakil who fell in their assault against the walls of Minas Tirith. So much death. If only we had abandoned the Dark Lord long ago. Cruel is a master who sits behind the Black Mountains and steep tower walls, feeling nothing as his soldiers are slaughtered. I no longer wish to be part of this war. I wish only to return to Harad. I have heard all that I can bear. Leave me be, Hobbit.
Though I know Aragorn not, a ranger will not lead you astray.
I do not know if I trust him, Kippen. It could lessen the burden on the host of the West and leave Ithilien clear of their people. If it is a ruse, they could lead the enemy's forces to our position. If this truly means that fewer Southrons will attempt to pass through Ithilien, I must allow it. Raise the banners as he asked, and begin the trail far to the south from Aelin Veren. Even if they follow it, they will not discover us, and if the Southrons spoke true, they will turn about the sight of them and have no need to continue northward. Be swift, my friend, for I desire to learn what the Southron knows of the enemy's designs in Ithilien.
The earth has reclaimed the deeds of men and orc, fair or foul.
I hope it is enough to soothe their thirst for a time, Kippen. I do not wish to offer them more than we can spare for our own, but water is plentiful in these lands. Let us hope that such a gesture gives them pause, should they wish to attack us yet.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
I shall not offer them no quarter of their kinsmen to attack us again, but I will not have my men given to fear on mere suspicion. Thank you, Kippen. Let us hope that it does not come to that. Okay. Lots of stuff going on here. I still need to question some of the Haradrim. Where am I? Over here. I don't know, there are quest rings, but on the mini-map, but not on the actual map here. Let me go back and tell this guy of the battles. I have waited patiently for you to tell them of the battle, and now I ask that you tell me what you told them. You tell Jubuya of the Battle of Pelennor Fields. You tell him of the shattering of the gates of Minas Tirith and of Grond. You tell him of the Witch King of Angmar and of Gothmog's flight. You tell him of the Black Serpent's death and of Theoden King who fell soon after. He listens attentively and bears a sad smile when your tale comes to an end. So my king and his sons are slain then. They would not have wished for death to find them any other way, Hobbit. Regardless of this war's outcome, much will change in my homeland. The people of Harad are unforgiving but beautiful. If ever there is peace between our people, or if you remain such a bold adventurer, I believe you would feel at home in the wilds of Harad and among the warm winds of our deserts and jungles. If there were a time, I would tell you more of it, but I can sense these rangers no longer appreciate our conversation. Okay. Very cool. I kind of like the moral ambiguity of some of the quest chains in this game. Oftentimes, whenever you're consuming any media, whether it's a movie or a TV show or a game, there's, you know, the bad guy who's bad just because he's evil or whatever, and there's no gray ground, I guess you could call it. So I appreciate that you're giving the quote-unquote bad guys here a perspective of their own. Okay. So, let me go plant some banners and then I'll come back here. Why not? Let me start all the way in the south. Yeah, I've always disliked conflict where they boil it down to it being as simple as those are the bad guys because they're just evil. They just are, okay? I never appreciate that. I like the other side to have their own intentions, to view themselves as the good guys, you know what I mean? It makes it more interesting that way. When everybody has their own perspective. I think we try to boil down things to black and white, and it's never that way. I think it's very childish to make it so, you know? Even when you look at like real world conflicts and things like that, don't let anybody fool you into a good guy, bad guy dichotomy. Everybody has their reasons. Everybody has their purpose. That's just the way it is. Alright, let me start planting some banners. Cool banner. It's like a Mumakil skull. Should be another one here to the south. Okay. And there is something here as well. Nice. One more. Alright, those are all the banners. Next, we've got to ride all the way back up north. Alright, let's roll. Okay. Kind of weird. It looks like I can't question some of them. Maybe I need to do some of the quests before I can question some of the other ones. That's the only thing I can think of. Were it any but you among these men, I would not trust that the task would have been finished. These rangers have treated us better than I believed they would, but I shall not trust them. Not this day, nor any day in the future. You have done me and my people a great favor, and I shall not forget that. All I wish now is for a chance to return home with my men and leave this war behind. Okay. So I completed that, and maybe something else opened up here on the other end. Okay, I see. So questioning them means completing their quest. So I think I have to go north out of here and go do some more quests before that finishes up. Okay, so let's go, I guess. Let's go help that Mumakil. I'm looking forward to that quest. These river toads. Interesting. It's the first green enemy I've seen in a while. A ranger calls to you and orders you to hold. Halt! Stay where you are, Warden, and tell me your purpose in Athelion at once. You inform the ranger that you are a friend of Anborn, Moblong, and Damron. You tell him that you sought to join Thurendal at Henneth Anun, but became separated after passing through Aelin Veren. I see. You know many of our brethren, but a resourceful foe might also learn such things. You tell the ranger of the great battle on the Pelennor Field and Faramir's rest in the Houses of Healing. Lord Faramir lives still. I suspect that you speak the truth, for to know that my captain heals even now brings me great relief, and no foe of the rangers would desire to give us such even the faintest of hopes. Still, you must do as I say. If you are to come to Henneth Anun, sit near me, and I will blindfold you. As long as you heed my words, I swear no harm will come to you. Only by hidden paths will I lead you to the refuge of Henneth Anun. Am I understood? Well. Okay, fine. I'll go there now. Dornoch pulls the cloth from his armor and begins to blindfold you. I've arrived in Hineth Anun. I am still blindfolded. The herbalists of Minas Tirith and Athelion have continued need of your aid. Enter the camp of the host or Hineth Anun. Okay. So here I am, a new hub. Let me certainly set a milestone here.
I fear these lands are utterly beyond healing.
I hope you did not hear too many chuckles as we arrived. You informed Dornoch that you heard a few, but did not understand their context. I did not realize that so many of my brethren knew of you and your deeds. They think me a bit of a fool for taking such precautions with a friend of Amborn and Moblum. They all looked so amused as I led you in, but how was I supposed to know? There have been too many travelers in Athelion as of late. I stand by my decision, and I hope that you can understand the wisdom in it. Welcome to Hineth Anun, the window of sunset, and our last refuge. Very cool. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be a pretty big hub. And actually, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. I know it's a little bit shorter, but this seems like a natural little conclusion to the episode coming into this new area. So, thank you very much for watching. I will lead you with this beautiful view with the birds flying overhead. See you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.